Hey, this is Mr. Junior here, and this is the final lesson for the playground, and I'm going to show you how to add color to the playground. As you can see, this is the playground that I completed and saved, and now I am going to go in to do some coloring. If you remember, each of these sections were either titled as components or grouped together. So we have a roof section, we have posts, we have the platform, the wall, the spindles, stairs, and slide. So we need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different colors. So each item can be colored separately. I'll do them in the order that we were creating the playground to make it a little easier. So over here you notice is the paint can. So this is what we're going to use to color with. First thing I want you to know is you need to use the select tool so you can click on the roof. Notice how the roof was set up as a group. So now I click the paint can, go to this paint can. You'll notice how this color palette is set up. Normally when you start out you will probably see these 9 colors. So I clicked on the magnifying glass to check out my options. And one of the options is colors. So when I click on that, I have a full color palette of color options. So the only thing we're asking as part of this lesson is that you do every component in a different color or a noticeable shade of a different color. So I think what I'm going to do for the roof is I'm going to start out with something red or reddish. I'm going to double click to activate it, click on the roof, and there's my roof. Now I have to go back to my select tool so I can unselect the roof by clicking anywhere in the open space. And now I'm going to back and do the posts, but because there are 4 posts, I'm going to click on one post, and I'm going to hold my shift key that we would use for capital letters, and I'm going to click on the other 3 posts. So now all 4 posts are highlighted. Now I can go back to my paint can and I can select a color for the post. I'm going to just double click and do the posts in black. Now I can go back to my pointer, click in an open space, and you get to see how the process works. Next is the platform. I'm going to click on it, highlight my platform, go back to my paint can, see what kind of color do we want for the platform. Let's just make it a brownish shade. 2 clicks, and there's my brown platform. Back to my pointer to clear off the platform, and now I will click on pointer and click on the wall. Depending upon whether it's set up as a group or a component, you'll have to either single click, or sometimes you might have to double or triple click to make sure it's highlighted. Back to my paint can, back to picking a wall color. Different shade of red. Next step, the spindles. The spindles were created as an array, so once you created one, you could tell how many times you wanted to repeat the process. So I'm going to click on one and hold the shift key, and I'm going to click all 5. You may only have 4 depending upon whether or not you left the 5th spindle in there when you did the directions. We're going to go for a limeish green color. And then I'm going to uncheck them. So there's my spindles. Now I want to select the stairs, which you can tell was grouped together similar to the roof. Back to the paint can. And hopefully by now you're understanding how the process works. I'm going to do some yellow, or a shade of yellow on the stairs. Click on my select tool. Click in the open space so it's unselected. Now the last piece is the slide. 3 clicks, and back to the paint can, and let's see what we have here. Does it really matter? Probably not. So we'll do a little purplish color here. And that is it. Now at any time if you don't like a color, you can always go back with your select tool, select that shape, go back to the paint can, and say, yeah, that color was a little too dark for me. I'm going to lighten it up. There we go. I like that better. Nicer platform. There are my colors. Now I can click Save. And it's saved. I can get rid of my color palette. And now, as you can tell, I can take a nice look at my playground. Everything's colorized, top, bottom. Making sure everything is the way it needs to be. And we're done. The only thing you have left to do is make sure you go into the Google Classroom, into this assignment, and click Add from Google Drive, go to the classroom, click on the playground, the blue bar lights up and you will select it, and once it's in your Google Classroom assignment, you can click Turn In. And we're done with the playground. Hope this lesson has helped, and hope you've had a fun time working on your playground. Don't forget, if you ever have any questions during the process, send us a message in the Google Classroom. Thanks. Have fun.